What's up, everybody, and welcome back. This is me, Anuvrat, Managing Director at Arya Corporate Associates, your one-stop shop for everything business formation in Dubai. Our guest today is a very dear friend of mine, but also a big icon in the fashion industry in Dubai, hailing all the way from New York Fashion Week to making her mark in Dubai Fashion Week. Let's not waste time. And Gabriela, welcome. Gabriela is also known as Gabi because she's a friend of mine. Welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here. And obviously, we're going to be talking a lot about your journey today, about how fashion is in Dubai, the whole industry, your move. So before anything else, let's start a little bit by you telling us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, your journey, your label, of course.
Anu, really nice to be here today. Super excited. Thank you for having me. Yes, I'm Gabriela Rose, fashion designer of the brand Paniculata. When I was 16 years old, I always, or even younger, I've always loved art. I always liked fashion. My grandmother, my Spanish grandmother, because I'm half American, North American, half Spanish. So my Spanish grandmother, she was a seamstress. So she was always sewing at our house. She made curtains. She made my sister and me a lot of dresses. So I think my passion for fashion starts there. And so, then when I finish school, I start college and I say, what do I do? Do I do fashion, or do I do something else? So I found this degree that was advertisement and fashion at the same time. So I went to Madrid. That's where I studied. I did a master's degree in FIT, New York City as well. And then after I finished all these courses in college and all that, I did a master's degree in graphic design because I really wanted to know how to create labels or packaging. I did this because when I finished my college, I won the prize of the final project in the fashion course. So I wanted to launch my fashion brand. I won the prize with a little money so I could start. And I wanted to make the most of it. So that's why I did graphic design. So I didn't have to get a supplier or a provider to do all the graphic part, of the brand. So yeah, that's how I started.
Interesting. So your journey is actually between Spain and US.
Yes.
How was it in Spain when you started?
Well, in Spain, I was really young. I was 23 years old when I started my brand, and I was really excited, and I thought it was gonna be more easier than it was. So I just started doing all my paperwork and setting up the logo of the brand and yes, doing all the government paperwork to make your business work in Spain. For the U.S., it was a little different because the company was based in Spain, so I would just work over there with my product, not with paperwork or anything like that.
Understood. And then, how did Dubai come into the picture? Like you're in two different continents altogether, and now you're in Dubai, and you've been in Dubai for quite some time. Like, how did Dubai come to the picture? What made you think about Dubai? What is the whole vision behind? Okay, let me go try out Dubai. How did that come through?
Okay, I think you're going really fast from Spain to Dubai because a lot of things happened during all that time. Like, it's been 10 years already. So 2024, 2014, 2024 right now. So 10 years doing my brand, fighting for everything, every step. So 2 years back, I moved to Dubai because of my husband. He gets a job here. And I was a little scared, really, because I was already with my brand in Spain. I was showcasing my collections in New York Fashion Week. I had my clients in Madrid. I was doing ready, like made to measure dresses for weddings. So I was really happy there. So 2 years back, this change comes in, and it was really scary for me in the first part. But then I said, wait, it's Dubai. I can just start over again and look for my business, my target, my clients, my new clients here. So it wasn't easy at first when we came here because I didn't know anybody in the fashion industry. But little by little, I start finding everything online and going to Dubai Design District or meeting people in events, dinners, parties that are maybe in the fashion industry. So that's where I start to connect and do some networking. And yes, by myself, carrying and going to meetings or workshops or I don't know, any fashion event. That's how I start to get into the sector. No. Once I'm there, I'm like, okay, now I have to build up my company here. So I need to see how to do my license and all of that. And it was pretty easy, really. It was pretty easy. And then, this special company called Designers and Us, after knocking in a lot of doors, they reply. And Designers and Us is a really nice, and they're entrepreneurs because it's not an old company. It's like a 2-year-old company based in Dubai. They're in Dubai Design District, and they help designers from all over the world, of course, the Middle East, but from other continents. And what they do is they try to thrive with our designs, and they do all the marketing, all the selling. They have a really nice showroom in Dubai Design District in Building 5. And so we get to do the fun part. We get to do the designing, the producing of the dresses, and they get to do the marketing and the selling of the products. So I'm really happy to have met Designers and Us, and with them, I got to showcase this past September my newest collection, haute couture collection, in Dubai Fashion Week. So that was really, really a challenge because I've never done these kinds of dresses. And it was like really inspirational for me to get to be part of Dubai Fashion Week.
Interesting. Let me rewind a little bit and take you to cold New York.
Okay.
So when you were moving, when you were obviously expanding your business from Spain to New York, how, like, what are few things when you think about it? What are those few moments, few learnings, few takeaways that come back to you when you decided to move to New York, and then the first 6 months, 1 year of you establishing the name for Paniculata? Just take us through that journey a little bit.
Okay, so when I was in FIT studying, then I came back to Spain, and that's when I launched my brand. But then, several years later, I was not in Madrid at that moment. I was in Galicia, the north of Spain. Another change in our lives, okay? And I was like, what do I do? Do I still do Paniculata? Do I still focus in Paniculata? Or do I go into a fashion company? What do I do? It had been 6 years already at that moment. And so suddenly I had applied to New York Fashion Week. But since we are like working so hard, like you're with a lot of things, I didn't even remember. Like I did my application, no? And then some time passed, and I received this email. In this moment that I'm thinking, what do I do? Do I keep going on with my brand, or do I go into another company? So I received this email of New York Fashion Week, no, and it says, you're pre-selected to showcase in New York Fashion Week. that gives me like a lot of motivation, and I was really happy to be pre-selected, and then they selected me, and I showcased it. But the target over there is super different of what I was doing in Spain. No, so in Spain, I started with shirts. I did casual wear. I did organic sweatshirts and t-shirts. Then I did like pret-a-porter collections. I did swimwear. I did men. I did made to measure for weddings. That was my last years. And then I get to New York Fashion Week and I say, okay, I have to do like a mix of casual with my made to measure clothing. No, I have to make like this mix because the US is super casual wearing, and all the fitness, technical sportswear is really big over there, and sweatshirts and jeans. So I tried to do this collection, mixing maybe like a really nice skirt with couture. No, a really nice couture skirt with like a really nice sweater that said New York Fashion Week. And the name of my collection, by the way, it was called Run It. And that name is really symbolic because it means run it, run your own runway, run your own show. Go outside, whether you live in New York City, a little town, Dubai, Gijón, Asturias, in the north of Spain, no? Whether wherever you live, you have to run your own show because nobody will do it for you. So if you want to achieve something, some goals in your life, go for it. Don't wait because nobody will do it for you. So that was my main speech, or my main inspiration of that collection, mixing all the couture with all the ready to wear. And it went well. So we sold mostly the casual items that we had. We had like jeans, and we used stencil and special paint for the jeans, and we put PNCLT all over the pants. And then all the sweaters and the sweatshirts we made, they sold really good. So that was really, really nice. But then, yeah, Dubai came. And Dubai is super bling bling, no? Dubai is something else. So then I'm like, wow, what do I do again? Do I go into a fashion company? Do I keep working on my brand? I really think I have to start from the beginning again because this is a new market. I don't have any contacts, no. So that's when I started, as I said before, going to all these fashion events and by myself, or with some friends, no, that sometimes would come with me, but yeah, mostly by myself because people are working, no, during the day. So maybe I will tell you this fun story. What do you think about Dubai Blim?
Yes, actually, yes. I was going to ask you eventually anyway, but then if you're on it, why not? Yes.
So this is my moment where I'm trying to find how to put paniculata here, no? How to, where do I go? What do I do? And so I'm trying to go to all the Dubai Fashion Weeks. I went to 2 before showcasing in the last one. And I wanted to go to Adolfo Dominguez, to the show. And I was late. So, but everything happens for a reason. So that's what I think. And I was late. I go in and they don't let me in the show. So I see all the Dubai bling people come out from like a little maybe press room that they had over there. And I have to tell you that when I came to Dubai, the first thing I did was like, okay, I need to know who are the influencers here in Dubai because I have to dress them, no? And it was Dubai Bling. And I started watching the reality show. And so I was there the second Dubai Fashion Week that I have been to, and I see all of them coming out. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm meeting all the Dubai Bling here. I was late to the show. Everybody's in the show. I'm by myself with them. So I start talking to them, and I tell them about myself and what I do. And I sit down, we take some pictures. They were so nice to me. So, so nice to me. And then I posted all the pictures on Instagram and I said, hope to dress you soon, someday. And a few months passed. This was February 2024, I think. Yeah, 2024. Yeah. And a few months pass, May, June, and designers and us, we get in contact. And we started doing like these meetings, and they want me as a designer for them. And they tell me that all the Dubai Blim were there dressed with all the dresses of designers and us. So that was for me like a really nice connection. Like I was meeting these nice people wearing designers and us dresses from other designers where I am today. So for me it's like wow, I think everything has its time, everything has its reason. Sometimes we are super impatient and we want everything now, but we have to trust in time, in the system, in our guts, in what we feel, what we do, and somehow everything falls into place. And then when it happens, it's like so magical. You're like, wow, this was because of that, or this happened because, and it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm sure, and I say this to a lot of people that I meet, that it's a city that lets you achieve whatever you aim for, whatever you dream for, because it's at the end of the day, it's the amount of hard work that you put into your dream. You could be here 6 months, 1 year down the line, maybe giving up or maybe striving for more, maybe increasing your hunger a little bit more, maybe wanting to go that extra mile. And I think it's a city that rewards you for your hard work. And that's why when I compare it to the other cities I've lived in, other countries that I've worked in, like there is definitely no way. Going back to a little bit, taking you out as a designer, as an artist, and putting you in the position of as a businesswoman. How has business been for you from a businesswoman's perspective as a designer still? How has it been in comparison? Like, how has Dubai treated and welcomed you as a businesswoman in comparison to other cities?
I am really sad because Spain, I know, I love Spain. It's my country. I grew up there. But in Spain, it took me a lot of time, a long time to develop my business, to get my brand out there, to get people to trust in me. It took a lot of years. And here, 2 years or less, 1 year and a half. 1 year of not knowing anybody and starting to do network, and half a year having the business set up and in a really, really luxurious way. Like what we have now, we have never had. Okay, we've done a lot of shows in Spain, in Madrid, in Asturias, the islands. I was in, after winning some prizes, I was in this association in the Canary Islands. They treated me, they adopted me because I'm not from the Canary Islands, but they adopted me. And they gave me a lot. But business-wise, it's really difficult to strive. And here it was so, I don't know if fast in comparison to Spain, yeah. But when you work so hard, you expect something, no? And when it doesn't come and you still work and it doesn't get there, or it gets there but not in the way that you want, that's why I had those crises in Galicia. What do I do? Do I go into the fashion industry? Do I work for somebody? Do I close my brand? So those were really hard moments. And here, of course, I didn't know anybody. So, so yes, I was scared at first, But now meeting all these people and I don't know, they just they see, they have vision, they see it can work, and they try, and they trust you, and they invest in you, and that's what they are doing. And before meeting them, I had other meetings with other people, and these other people, they were great as well. You know, maybe nothing happened in this moment with them. Maybe in the future it will. You never know. But they were so nice. They were trusting in what I was talking about. They saw my business as something that could work. And yeah, I see that difference. So in 2 years, yes. And I'm not saying I'm done. No, I'm not saying that I conquered the fashion world. No, I have like so many things to learn, so many things to achieve, and let's see if this works. No, maybe there's more to come.
Yeah. Do you feel, is it the people in this city, or is it like the way things have been established, the whole process, which makes it easier and convenient? What do you think what is your opinion? For me, I'll tell you personally, for me, it's the people. Like, you can sit in a room with 20 people, and out of 20, at least 18 would have a vision of growing big, of scaling, of being the next guy on the Forbes 30 under 30, 40 under 40, whatever it is. Everybody has that vision. For me, it's definitely the people that drive this city. Obviously, it is complemented by the processes they've put in place. For example, setting up a company, registering your licenses, everything, getting your Emirates ID, medical, everything is so fast, so easy. What is it for you between these two?
Okay, so I think people here are so amazing, really. They open up, they listen to you, and they try to help, and they see the potential. So yeah, and they want to be part of it. They want to help you out. So I think people is really really important. And in Dubai, people in the Middle East are amazing. And then for opening up a company and so on, I think it's pretty easy because you have this agency or you go to somebody, no? Like you guys.
Exactly. I was just going to say, you don't go anywhere else. You come to us.
Like you guys, no? And it's so easy. You take us through all the steps. And you just work it out, and we trust in you, no? So I think it's really easy to set up any company here. You need the money, and if you don't have the money, there's a lot of investors, they're wanting to invest in your company and help you out. So yeah, this is really good. In Spain, it's different. You have to go through the government, and you can do it that way, or you can pay for somebody else to do it as well. I don't know. I just think here it's like faster.
Yeah. And when you obviously moved here, did you, in comparison to obviously the other two cities, did you feel the connectivity and the welcoming nature of people as a business perspective? Like, for example, you're a complete stranger. You probably didn't know anybody apart from like one or two people. I'm assuming, of course. Mm-hmm. But when you moved here, like to go meet complete strangers. Hey, I want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you help me? And they would connect you with someone who would probably connect you or would probably do it for you. I personally feel that, like you said, people in the Middle East are more hospitable. They're more welcoming. Their arms are wide open, to mm-hmm. accept you and welcome you. And I think that brings a lot of diversity in the city, in the region in itself, because it does not say no. Like, for example, if I want to go and work in, let's say, the US or anywhere in Europe, EU, whatever, I cannot until I've attained a certain level, which is a director or whatever. And I think here it's whoever you are. If you're an employee, you can move here. If you're a business owner, you can move here. My point of this is that when you think about your 10 years, your decade of Paniculata, do you feel that maybe you could have or should have moved to Dubai earlier?
That's a tricky question. That's a tricky question because, yeah, and I know you were going to get there. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Like, really, I think things happen for a reason. Maybe I needed all that time until I got to where I am today. Um, Maybe if I came here before, maybe I wouldn't have been able to do New York Fashion Week. Or yes, I don't know. So I don't want to say that I would have loved to be in Dubai before. No, I don't want to say that. Um, I really think it's good to be happy of what you achieved. I think everything has their time and their moments, and if it had to be for me, in my case, this way, it had to. And but I'm really, really grateful to have spent these 2 years here in Dubai, and many years to come, I hope, with my business as well. So yeah, I wouldn't say that maybe we've. Yeah.
Do you have plans of expansion for like in the coming future with Designers on Us, or maybe after that or with them together? Do you plan to maybe expand within the region, or you want to stick to Dubai? What's on
I
the?
can't say anything about this. There's a lot of future projects,
Okay.
really interesting.
Okay.
But yeah, the vision is to expand, not be only in the Middle East. So go to other countries. I can't say anything. They
Fair
will
enough.
kill me.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, let's make it a little more easier now. Let's say you're sitting in a cafe and somebody recognizes you. A young girl comes to you in her early 20s. Oh, Gabriela, I love your work. I love Paniculata. I'm visiting Dubai. I'm glad I bumped into you. I wanted to just very quickly ask you, where and how should I start? I want to move to Dubai. I want to start my own clothing brand. I have a few ideas. What is that one, or actually a couple pieces of advice that you would give to this young girl, young guy in their early 20s? You can see that spark in their eye. They want to be here in this city, the city that rewards you for your hard work. What are some advices you would give to these people?
Okay, so, okay, first of all, okay, you are telling me that you have this project and you have passion for it, no? Okay, sit down, open your Excel, do some numbers, and some strategy important points or topics in your project, no? Like, what's your target? Where do you want to sell? Is it a service or a product? And how are you going to communicate all of this and set up all these things? And once you have your 3 scenarios, no, like if you do super bad, if you break costs, if you strive and you do really good. Okay, once you have all of that, maybe present it to a few people really confident, no, confidential, sorry, that you know that they won't steal your idea, they will listen to you, and they will try to help, no? Tell them your ideas, explain what you want, get that feedback, listen to all these people. You don't have to do everything they say, no? Just listen to the ideas, apply the ideas that you want on your project. And after that, if you want to achieve getting some investor because you don't have you don't have the money, okay, try to look for that. But after that, set up the company. You have to start super legal, no? All the legal stuff in order, and don't stop, and keep going. And there's sometimes that you can get frustrated or you don't know where to go. It's okay. Everybody gets frustrated. Everybody needs like to stop because this world goes really, really fast. So it's okay. If it's not what you wanted, stop, rethink, analyze. What is going wrong? Why is it not working? And so figure out that and try to fix it and say, okay, I will do this. If in 1 year, 2 years it doesn't work, or it worked a little but you have to improve, okay, stop, rethink, and keep going. And one of the most important things is to be super constant every day, every day, every day. Work it, work it, work it, work it. Um, be clever about it, and keep going, and don't let it die.
Yeah, I think that's very important what you said at the end. Don't let it die. I mean, I personally, I connect with that term, don't let it die, so much because for me, when I moved here 7 years ago, to how I moved here, to what I was, cut to now, it's a different story. It's definitely a very different story, and I cannot thank everybody throughout these 7 years, everybody even before that, but especially everybody that I've met in these 7 years here in Dubai, every single person I worked with, every single company I worked with, it definitely teaches you a lot. What is, going back to teachings, let's say, what is that one thing that you've learned the most in Dubai? One thing that you only learned it in Dubai and probably never before. For me, it's connections. That's what I've learned in Dubai.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something really curious. Okay, like Spanish people, our culture, we're super open, no? And we are talkative and super social. But when it gets to like going to places by yourself, and you sit down by yourself and you try to do networking, I think it's in the culture. You don't like to be the first one to talk to somebody, no? You don't want to outstand. You keep quiet, you listen because you're by yourself. And I think this is like a little in our culture. And this is one thing that I loved about Dubai. Like every time I went to some place, well, a Navaya workshop, fashion class, Dubai Fashion Week, event, a fashion event. And I was by myself because I couldn't come with anybody. There was always somebody next to me saying, "Hi, what's your name? I'm Pepita. How are you? What are you? Are you a fashion designer? Are you a stylist?" And that person next to me would talk to me. And it was like, wow, like she doesn't know me at all. And I'm here next to her and she talks to me. And I'm like, I should start, or people from Spain, no? We should start doing that. Why are we so like in that super social, super open when we are with a group, no? But when we are by ourselves, why are we like so, shy? So that's something that I really look up to, and I really expect for me to do in the future events I go by myself.
Interesting. Was it the same in US? Did you feel similarity?
Yes, in the US, I would say that it's like here. Yes, the US people are super open, nice, and I always I can remember my grandfather. He would come to Spain, and he would walk us to school. Okay, and in the streets, he would say hi to everybody, but he would say hi in English. Oh, hello, how are you? And my sister and me would look at each other like, Grandpa, over here you don't say hi. We're like in the middle of the street. Like, we don't say hi to the people. And he's like, yeah, you have to say hi to people. We don't know them. And he was like, yes, say hi to people. You have to be nice. And so American people are so open. And Yeah, they think big. They think big and super nice, and they will try to help you as well because I think this was a story that I wanted to tell you before, and then we went to another story. Um, so I contacted all my contacts I had in FIT for like when I went to the New York Fashion Week. No, I said, hey, I want to invite you to this. I made it, and throughout the years before doing New York Fashion Week, I think I went a summer there, and I wanted to have like some meetings with some people to put my brand in some shops and stuff. So I met with the university with FIT again, and they were so nice, so open, and they wanted to help me. They gave me contacts, go here, go there, even though I was the alumni 3 years back. They were willing to help. And then they remembered me when I showcased in 2022 in a New York Fashion Week. They remembered me and then, yeah, Gabriella, we're going to go to your show. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, very nice. Super nice. Yeah, that's an interesting story.
Mm.
What about Dubai? Well, like you've been here 2 years. You've been here long enough to know how this city is. What are those few things that you love about the city?
I love that every day there's something new, something you learn from, some place, something in fashion new. Like everything is like changing. There's more things, like more events, more. I don't know. I love that part of Dubai. You wake up and there's always something to do, something to learn, something to go to. I love it, and in fashion as well. And I don't know. The other day I was in Designer Sanas, and they tell me, "Oh, this institute, FAD, in fashion and stylism, they're gonna come to our showroom, and I want you as a designer, and I want you to give some tips to all the alumni." And I'm like, "Okay, perfect." So I get to meet all these nice people and all those kids that I was once one of them. Well, once 10 years ago, but it was like so cool. And the other day they called me, Gabby, come and be a jury. We're gonna have like Latino fashion projects. Come to be the jury and a mentor for them. So I went there and I listened to all the projects, and it was like so cool. And every day you meet somebody in this industry, in another industry. I don't know. It's like so much fun, so much fun. And of course, the sun and the sea and the sports.
And now, especially when the weather's getting nice.
Yes.
Like, for me, I'm a fan of the city for the whole year, all 365 days. There's so much that it offers. There's so much it gives to all of us. Like, you meet people here that you never expect to. You know, how you bump into people, how you discover new things about yourself. You pick up new hobbies. You start new businesses. You connect in a way with people, like-minded people, that just brings you to a whole different level as an individual, as a person.
Yes. And all cultures.
Yes.
All cultures. You get to know like so many interesting things from like you, India, you taught me like so much. And I don't know, in Dubai, you see like such a mix, and it's so rich. It's rich.
Yeah. Uh, do you miss working in New York and Spain in comparison to Dubai? Or I'm sure it's very different, but I'm sure you have good memories from.
Yes. I wouldn't say I miss it because I still feel that I'm connected with the U.S. and with Spain as well. Like I have shops that have my products, so I still work. I still work with the owners of the shops, and I do little small collections, pret-a-porter. I go every once in a while to Spain because my family's there. Half of my other family's in the States, so I go every once in a while over there as well. And I work in another industry. So I have another job, which is padel. And I work in the best agency ever. It was the first one in the paddle industry, or one of the first ones. It's called 116 Sports. I'm really grateful. I've been working with them 8 years already, or maybe 9, and we manage like the biggest accounts you can see in the professional circuit. Wilson, NTT Data, Cupra, Philips. We have like all these major accounts, and we represent players. One of the owners of our company is Fernando Velasteguin. He's like the legend of padel. And yeah, and then we have like Bella Padel centers in Spain. We have Alicante. Then we are opening in Barcelona, another one. And we have several around the world. So yeah, I work in other industries, and I am really in touch with U.S. and Spain with my other job as well. So I'm really I don't get bored.
Okay, a tricky one. The New York Fashion Week or Dubai Fashion Week?
Ooh. Well, it's different. It's different. I can't choose because New York Fashion Week was that casual couture mix. It was totally a different target. And then Dubai Fashion Week was my first haute couture collection. So so it was something new. But when I did New York Fashion Week, it was something new for me. So I can't choose. Then in Spain, I did Madrid Bridal Fashion Week. It was my first bridal collection I made ever. So there's like a lot of first times in my life. So I don't know, I can't choose.
Yeah.
But Dubai, really, it was outstanding. Like the models, how the makeup, how designers and us helped, the dresses, everything. I don't know.
Yeah.
I loved it so far, and I'm loving it so far.
Okay, so then obviously we're going to be seeing you way more like in the Dubai Fashion Week and obviously in other fashion weeks as well, like in the region.
Wait, because next year I can't say. Wait, watch out, because February and September we have surprises coming.
Yeah, in Dubai.
I can't say.
Okay.
I can't
Okay.
say.
No, it's only for the viewers who'd be interested. Maybe you never know.
Maybe
you find
I
it.
come back to a next podcast and tell you about it.
Maybe you find a prodigy through the podcast. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, we're looking forward to obviously seeing more updates within the fashion industry. To obviously follow your journey as well. To see how you are making your name in the industry, in the city, in the region, and obviously global. That's the idea, right? One last question, obviously, I would want to ask: if not a fashion designer, what would Gabriela be? What would you like to do?
It's a good question, and I sometimes say I would love to do that, but I can't. I would love to be a doctor, literally, like save lives. For me, the doctors and all the hospital crew, I think they do an amazing job. I think they're like, they're amazing, something to look up to. And I would love to be a doctor, but I can't because I'm scared about blood and all that. No, I wouldn't be able to do it, but I would. That would be another profession that I'm really interested in. I watch all these TV shows. No, and I love that. I love that. But yeah, no, I will never be that, but I love it.
I mean, I don't know if I could ever be a doctor. Yeah, probably not. Yeah, I have a bit of a fear.
But I admire them. I admire them so much. They save lives. I always say to my husband, if we have kids, one can be a fashionista and follow my company, but the other, please, a doctor, please.
Interesting, interesting. I believe you got something that you will want people to see. So you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. So in my latest Dubai Fashion Week, I made these promotional T-shirts and sweatshirts because I was launching my haute couture collection, no? But I included in the back, and maybe you can show and you can read what these are my sentences, my phrases in life, and I think they can apply to everybody in anything or any company they're doing. So maybe you can read them.
Why not? Okay, so it says established 2014, Dubai, Madrid, New York, Dubai Fashion Week. And obviously the phrases are now, I was created to create. Interesting. I can if you think you can. It's crazy until it isn't. And my favorite, I'm not done. GR. I personally like in my so many years in Dubai, in other cities as well, I feel probably I'm gonna leave everybody with this one last view that I think Dubai is definitely a city that resonates with all with that feeling, with like all of that. It just complements so much the vibe that you have, the city has, your brand, the people in the city, and I think that's amazing because you do not find it. I personally have not seen it anywhere else, and yeah, I think that's a great takeaway for everybody else. Well, Gabi, thank you so much. It was a pleasure. I hope you had fun.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. I hope my words um, are useful.
Definitely. I'm sure somebody who's not in Dubai is looking at this and watching and definitely taking notes on how to move to Dubai, how to start their clothing brand in Dubai, how to start a label in Dubai, or just to move to Dubai. And because it's always good to get that first-hand experience rather than me always telling people, because I always tell my clients, it's easy, it's amazing, it's beautiful, but they're like, yeah, because you live there. And I'm like, yeah, I've been living here 7 years. But now when people see like podcasts like this, where you share your real-time experience from ranging from 3 different continents, like it's amazing because usually it's people move from their city, from their country, like in your case would be like either US or Spain. But no, you were first in US and Spain. I've lost track of it now. And now you're in Dubai. So I think it's amazing. And there's a lot of takeaway for young fashionistas. There's a lot of takeaway for young entrepreneurs, any which way. And once again, thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
With that being said, we wrap up this another fashionable podcast session. And if you have any questions, like I always say, about moving to Dubai, about setting up your company, or if you just want to know about how it is to live in Dubai, in this wonderful city that I call home, and I'm very proud about that, feel free to get in touch with us, and we'll be more than happy to jump on a call and answer all your questions. Until then, have a great day. Thank you.